Okay, I'm outside here. I got to get the motor and transmission in first. That way it's up in the front of the shop, and when I pull the car in, it'll all be there and ready. I got a problem though. My motor and tranny, let's see, come around this way, are in this old motorhome here. Get around this 53. Like I said, I got a few projects here. Oh, here we go. This is the motor and tranny that's going in it. Right there. I don't know if you've ever pulled a motor out of a motorhome, but trust me, it's definitely one of the hardest things you can possibly do. Probably why you find them in these things still. But what I got to do to get that, let's see, an easier way. This motorhome is pretty well trashed. Oh. There we go. You can see I got one of my Edelbrocks on there just to get it to fire. And she's ready to go. You can see there's not a whole lot of room to get a cherry picker in there to the dash and everything, and it's all tight. It's like I said, getting one of these out is fun, to say the least. The easiest way I've found is you undo it from the transmission, separate it away, you take the chain off of the cherry picker and just run the hook on it. Take the, take the carburetor off, put one of those lift plates on the intake manifold there, so you can hook it as short as you possibly can, because right under there, yeah, it's real hard to see, the cross member comes right in there, right across the oil pan and everything. So this has got to come up and out, and you can see there's no room here. So I got to get the cherry picker in here, lift it up a little bit, and then, well, if you got a big shop, it's easier, then you can wheel the cherry picker back. Well, I got to do this outside, so what I'll have to do is lift that engine up a little and then push the motorhome back a little and then lift it up as the motorhome comes back out and up above the hole. That's the easiest way I found to get these out. Luckily it's a class C, not a class A. A class A is the bus style. Those ones are those ones are a whole lot more fun altogether, trust me. But anyway, I'll take all the fenders off of it, I'll take the hood off of it, I'll strip this down to almost nothing, and then it'll make it a lot easier. Problem is, that's a project for when there's none of this stuff on the ground. But I got to get that up and going now as soon as possible. Oh, yeah, sorry, looking there. That's my old Dodge. That's actually the cab for that town wagon right there. So, in order to keep this project going, I'll come back over here. I do have another one. I've got my Mockup motor. It's right over here. I'm on my way over here to feed the horse anyway, so right up on over here. There we go. Get out of that deeper snow. I keep this old blowed up one out here. I got it upside down because the oil pan is about the best part on this right now. The transmission's had and the motor's had, but it's a good mock-up. So I can use this to set my motor mounts, build my motor mounts to that cross member and everything. I can set a transmission crossover cross member and mount this motor in the car, and then all I got to do is just pull this out. When I get the motor pulled out of the motorhome and that all ready, then it'll just slip right in and be good to go. So sometimes having an old junk motor that's the exact same motor and transmission, it's the exact same thing that you're going to be using, they come in kind of handy. Just kind of keep one around for a while if you're planning on building more of that style. And like I said, it's got all the mounts there that I need. I know where the oil, you know, everything on it is going to be the same as the one that I'm putting in, so I can make provisions and everything, and I can cut, I can weld, all of that stuff around this one. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. And then when it's all said and done, I'm gonna take that oil pan and that timing chain cover, because you need that, because the dipstick goes down through here, and it's right, oh, I could see the tube down there. Anyway, on a Ford, to change the oil pan, you got to change the timing chain cover at the same time. The one under that motorhome is actually a center sump, kind of like a Mopar, because it's in a motorhome. The vans, the E-Series Fords, they're all mid-sump. And for that car, I got to have a front sump. So that's what I'm doing now. I'll get this in the shop first, and then I'll push the car in front of it, so that way I can pull the nose off the car and drop this down in it and start welding up and fabricating up my motor mounts and transmission mount, and trying to keep and save as much as I possibly can. So meantime, I'll get that done, get the horse fed, and next time you see that car will be in the shop. All right, keep the metal hot. We'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, if anybody's wondering, that's where quarter mile racing came from. My little quarter horse there. And she wants me to put this dang thing down and get her fed. So, all right, we'll talk to you in a bit.